You're listening to Agile Digital Business with host Vicki Maris. She's an author, speaker, and marketer, helping you with your business transition to digital in content marketing and customer engagement.
You are about to hear one of the episodes from the earlier part of the life of this show. It was when I called it Online Course Connections, and you're going to hear some content around the subject area of learning experience design. As we move through the first 7 or 8 episodes of the show, then we're going to move into the portion where I had renamed the show Agile Digital Business. And the topics align more with digital marketing and transition of your business to the digital realm. Thanks for listening. And remember, if you'd like to make a comment or ask a question about the show, use either of these 2 hashtags, hashtag Agile Digital Biz or hashtag Teach, Inspire, Connect. Those are the 2 hashtags that I watch in Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn. So if you use that hashtag when you're posting, I'll be more likely to see your comment. And of course, you can always add a comment to any of my blog posts out at vickimaris.com. Thanks for listening. This episode of the show, I wanted to break into the series that I have been creating for you of the interviews I have conducted with colleagues that I met during the OLC Accelerate conference. So there are several more interviews to come within the show. But the reason I broke in is I wanted to tell you about life as a Youpreneur. I am a member of the site that Chris Ducker hosts, and it is called Youpreneur. And he's opening the doors again to that site in the middle of January 2017. And I just didn't want you to miss out on that opportunity if you are building a personal brand, or maybe you would just like to experiment in the world of membership sites. Maybe you're thinking of creating your own membership site. And if you are, this is an example of a site that is done really well. And I would love for you to have the opportunity to see it. I have been a member of Youpreneur since it started back in the fall of 2015. And I'll quickly tell you how I got started. I had been following Chris on Periscope, and I was standing outside of the Indianapolis International Airport waiting for a shuttle bus to arrive so that I could get back to my vehicle and head home. And it was kind of late at night, around 11 o'clock. And I got a Periscope notification that Chris was going live. And he was talking about the launch of Youpreneur. And I had heard him talk about it before, but something about his energy and how excited he was during that particular Periscope broadcast sold me on the idea of joining the community. And so I paid the annual membership and got involved right away. So that's one of the things that I want to share with you about the experience is membership sites, online courses, Facebook groups, whatever we're talking about in terms of digital opportunities for learning, they are what you make of them. So if you just sit back and lurk, you are going to gain value from that experience. Believe me, you will. But you can gain so much more when you engage and when you ask questions and you meet other people in that online community. And that is what has happened for me with Youpreneur. I started out with just an occasional post now and then. I did set up my profile so that in case other Youpreneurs stumbled across me within the community, they could learn about what I do and where my interests lie. One of the first things that I found in the Youpreneur site that I really loved is the recordings that they have uploaded of the past Tropical Think Tank talks. So many different thought leaders who have been invited to speak at Chris Ducker's event, Tropical Think Tank, that he holds in the Philippines. They uploaded these videos, and I felt like after I had watched just a couple of those talks that it had already covered the cost of joining Youpreneur. It was so valuable to me to listen to these experts. One of the values of being in the community is that Chris is so well connected among the community of thought leaders when it comes to digital content and online marketing and building your personal brand, blogging, podcasting. My goodness, he does so many keynote talks, and I'm sure he's done concurrent session talks at conferences, that he knows a lot of people and he knows how to engage. And therefore, he has all of these different folks that he can bring in as resources for those of us who are Youpreneurs. So whether he brings them into his events that he holds, such as Tropical Think Tank, and I know he's got a new event coming for this coming year. They are people that you can learn from, and they just drop value bombs right and left and can help you grow your brand and grow your business faster. One of the other things I love about being a member in the community are the monthly chit-chat videos. So when Chris is out at a conference or traveling around the world for his various businesses, when he's going to be near to someone that he would like to interview for the membership site, he does that, and he gets all of these great interviews in the can and then releases them one video a month, and he calls them the monthly chit-chat videos, and they too are really valuable. In recent months, I have had opportunity to hear him talk with Gary Vaynerchuk. I loved the interview he did with Amy Porterfield of the Online Marketing Made Easy podcast. She has a lot of gems of wisdom to share. And they were talking about refunds. They talked about a lot of things, but one of the things that stood out for me was their discussion about how to handle refunds for your online course. And there are some things that they shared that I would love to incorporate into my world of online course design and offerings at the university. One of the other things that has been such a boost for me personally is connecting with other Youpreneurs and with Chris, not just in that online community, which is really well run and well managed. Chris has a team of people that help him keep it going and keep the content fresh. He is there often, which I have been in several other membership sites where the person who is hosting them is rather absent from the community, and that is not the case with Chris. He is in there. You can tell by the responses to posts and his interaction with other community members that it really is him making responses to some of the questions. One of the great benefits I personally have gained from being in this membership community is taking it offline. And what I mean by that is he makes opportunity for you to connect with him when he's attending conferences or when he's going to be in a certain location. He'll run a private mastermind that you can join. So let me tell you my journey through that experience. I saw a post go up last year that he was going to hold a get-together at the Social Media Marketing World Conference. He was going to be there right away. I was already planning to attend the event, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is a super opportunity to get to meet Chris and to meet other Youpreneurs. It turns out I had already actually met Chris at one of the talks he had given. It was a panel discussion, but there were, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 of us that gathered at a hotel suite. We got to have deeper level conversations because we were there in person and we weren't rushing off to another talk or another conference event. And what a delight it was to meet Chris and to meet several other Youpreneurs. If you know Pat Flynn of the Smart Passive Income podcast, he is a good friend of Chris, and he was there that evening. So that was my first opportunity to meet Pat. I've just learned so much from Pat and Chris in their podcasts and their websites, the various ways that they deliver content. Several other podcasters were in the room that night, so we got to shoot the breeze about the ins and outs of podcasting. Okay, now let me take you to phase 2. I'd I'd like to take a quick break here from the content and ask you to subscribe to the show if you have not already subscribed. I occasionally make an offer available that's related to my workshops or coaching, and the only way for you to hear about it is if you're subscribed, because you'll get a notification when each new episode pops into your podcast player. The episodes announcing the special offers are only left in the queue of my podcast for a limited amount of time to give subscribers first opportunity on the offers. It's one of the ways I like to say thank you for sharing your time with me as a subscriber and a listener of the show. If you would like to suggest a topic or if you have a question, you can add a comment on one of my blog posts at vickimaris.com or follow the hashtag Agile Digital Biz. That's biz, B-I-Z. I greatly appreciate it when you share the show with a friend. In fact, if you'd grab a screenshot of this episode on your mobile device and post it with a caption about something that resonated with you from this episode, we can keep the conversation going around this topic long after the episode has been released. Just use that hashtag Agile Digital Biz, and @mention me if you'd like. It's @Vicki Maris in Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope. And Vicki is spelled with an I-E. So @Vicki, VICKIEMARIS. Now, let's get back to the rest of the episode. About, 3 or 4 months later, I see something go up in the community forum in Youpreneur that Chris is going to be hosting a private mastermind when he's back in San Diego. Well, I wasn't heading to San Diego, but I thought, I cannot miss this opportunity. So I talked to Scott about it, and we both really didn't have to think about it too much. We decided for sure that I ought to go out there if there was a spot available. So I grabbed one of the 6 seats available in this mastermind and made plans to head to San Diego. And one of the things that gave me confidence about doing that was a couple of the people that had also signed up. So I had seen their interactions within this particular thread in the forum. Well, I had met them at the party that Chris had thrown back at Social Media Marketing World. So I felt like I know Anil and I know Ramona because I met them already. So, that kind of took some of the fear away, although my personality is not one to have fear about meeting new people, but it did raise my confidence level a bit that I already did know a couple of the people who were going to be going. It was such an amazing experience to participate in that one-day mastermind with each of the Youpreneurs who signed up to attend, and we have all stayed connected since that time through our social media connections and within Youpreneur, the site itself, and a few of us have remained in contact in other ways. So it just has been such a valuable experience, and I feel like we have each other as accountability partners as we're growing our personal brands or moving things forward in our business, and you almost can't put a price on that. One thing I want to say about the Youpreneur community is the fact that it's so well organized. It's easy to navigate through it. There are tracks set up. So if you're interested in a specific track, such as the marketing track, that is an easy way to find the content related to that particular subject. In the time that I have been in the community and been actively involved, it has evolved. Chris and his team continue to make updates. They've improved the navigation. They've added features that make it really easy to connect with the other Youpreneurs and to see when other people have responded to things you've posted in the threads within the discussion forum. There are a lot of updates and tweaks that they make to the site that give you the continuous feeling that the team is there looking out for the best interest of the Youpreneurs. You really get a sense that Chris and his team want your business to thrive, and they want you to grow, and they don't want you to feel like you're alone. It is pretty easy to feel like you're really alone if you are starting a new business, if you're starting a new podcast, whatever you might be doing that is foreign to the people around you. Well, when you connect in a place like Youpreneur, you won't feel alone, and especially if you make a point of engaging with the others in the community. Well, I'm going to wrap up. I want to give you one more aspect of the Youpreneur site that I love, and then I'll share with you where you can get a link so that you can join the community when it opens back up in January 2017. One of the other things that Chris does as a part of that membership site is he does a once-a-month mastermind call where anyone who's a member of the Youpreneur community can join the webinar, and you can ask questions. They have a way that you can send your question in ahead of time if you can't participate in real time. You also can get access to the recording of the call if you miss it. But that is a really interesting way to hear where other people are in their business and to get to hear Chris provide his coaching and his expertise firsthand with the many different types of entrepreneurs and business owners who are a part of the community. I would love to have you join me. Chris has provided us with an affiliate link. So if you do follow this particular link, I do get commission for sending you to the site. Boy, I would love to have you join me. I hope you can tell from the tone of my voice and the things I've shared about the site that it is a great experience. If you are building your personal brand, if you want to learn more about entrepreneurship, or if you are an entrepreneur who would like to be in the company of other entrepreneurs as you continue your professional development, this is a great place to be. I have put a link to the Youpreneur community on my website, which is at vickimaris.com. And all you have to do is click on the resources tab and you will find my affiliate link for the Youpreneur site. I would love for you to go follow that link and explore the Youpreneur community. If you visit that link when the site has closed, it will take you to a landing page where you can enter your name and email so you can get on a wait list. And that way you'll be notified by Chris Ducker and his team the next time the Youpreneur site reopens. So if you're listening to this particular broadcast well after the open and close date from January 2017, there will be more in the future. So go ahead and follow the link at vickimaris.com/resources. Follow that Youpreneur link, and it will take you to either a place where you can join or the place where you can get your name on the waiting list. I hope to see you in the Youpreneur community. Take care.